Hey everybody, it's Patrick. It is time for another 3-ingredient recipe. First off, I have to apologize. I do have laryngitis today, and I have the feeling that by the time it comes around for me to actually post this, my voice is going to be even more missing. So I figured I would do it today, get it out of the way, and still keep up with posting these recipes every Thursday. Secondly, this is going to be the fastest, easiest recipe that I know how to make. One, because I'm losing my voice and I didn't want to have to explain anything too much. But two, this is also the recipe that made me decide to start doing this 3-ingredient recipes thing in the first place. This is a recipe that I use whenever I'm invited to a party and I really don't have any time to make anything. I will actually put this together. It's so easy to make, and yet people always ask me how to make it because it tastes so good. It is really the simplest recipe in the world. It's not even cooking. It's basically just stirring things together. What I'm making today is a fruit dip. This is something that you can put with fresh fruit. That's how I like to eat it. You can also use it as a layer in a trifle, or you can just eat it on its own. It's actually pretty good in a bowl all by itself. It's kind of a consistency between a pudding and a mousse. It's very light. It has a surprisingly rich flavor for something that's made with the ingredients that it's made with. Doesn't cost a lot of money to make, and like I said, it takes no time at all. So why don't we get started? For this recipe, you're going to need the following 3 ingredients. A single packet of vanilla instant pudding, a 16-ounce container of sour cream, and an 8-ounce container of Cool Whip. This is a recipe where you just stir everything together. So we're going to start with the Cool Whip. Next up is your entire container of sour cream. You're just going to need to dump that directly into the bowl. There is absolutely no skill involved in making this recipe. It's 3 ingredients that you just mix together. And your final ingredient is your vanilla pudding. You're just going to spread that into the mixture, and then you can fold it through and mix thoroughly. Once you've mixed this for a while, you'll notice that the powder from the pudding mix has been mixed in thoroughly. You won't see any grains from that left over. And also the lumps between the Cool Whip and the sour cream are going to become smooth, and the whole thing will just take on a consistency of a mousse or a very light pudding. At this point, you can just take the full mixture and pop it into the fridge for an hour. While you're mixing this up, you're probably going to taste it and say, this tastes pretty great already, why do I have to chill it for an hour? But if you put it in the fridge and let it set for an hour or even longer, if you can take the time to set it overnight, what's going to happen is the 3 flavors are really going to meld together. The Cool Whip is extremely sweet, as well as the pudding is extremely sweet, but the sour cream really melds it together. It makes it a nice sour taste to it. It really just balances out, and it just tastes amazing. Now, of course, you can eat this on its own. I have had a big bowl of it once in a while, but it does taste so much better when it's mixed together with fresh fruit. If you have a big pile of fruit with some skewers and you just dip that into this, it's really quite tasty. It does taste amazing if you dip a strawberry into it or something else that has a little bit of bite to it, just to get all of the flavors in there. But like I said, this is not a complicated recipe. This isn't something that's going to impress anybody who really knows how to cook. This is more a quick item that you can make for a cookout, you can make for a quick party. Somebody's going to ask you what's in that, and then when you tell them it's Cool Whip, sour cream, and vanilla pudding, a lot of times they just don't even believe you. And the other thing that's great about this for me is because my voice is gone and my throat needs something really soft to eat, this might actually substitute for dinner. So thanks for tuning into this. Next week on Thursday, I will have another 3-ingredient recipe. If you like to watch videos about long hair, you can tune in on Tuesdays, or over the weekends, George shows up to tell you about how to be good to yourself. Thanks very much for watching. Catch you next time.